What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Do we like this new intro? I'm just kidding. Welcome back to the channel. For this week's video, I'm gonna be taking you guys through the ultimate dumbbell only full upper body day for everybody that's on a time crunch that needs to get the ultimate upper body pump without using every single piece of equipment in the gym. This is for my beginners, intermediate, and advanced goers. Let's go. It wouldn't be the ultimate upper body day if we weren't killing my favorite upper body part ever to ever exist. And what is that, you might ask? Shoulders. You guys know there's nothing I love more than a juicy set of delts. We are starting with a superset because, again, this workout's meant to be on a time crunch, kind of hit a lot of things in one go without wasting so much time and using a whole bunch of equipment. So we are starting off with 4 sets of 10 shoulder press right into 10 to 12 lateral raises. Again, this is all dumbbell only, so just grab a lighter pair of dumbbells for the lateral raises and grab a heavier pair of dumbbells, medium heavy pair of dumbbells for the shoulder press. Because it is a superset, we're not gonna go ultra heavy on the shoulder press because we're supersetting it with lateral raises. So the shoulders are gonna be just naturally a little weaker and cooked because we're just high volume to the max. So medium heavy weight for the shoulder press and then a lighter weight obviously for the lateral raises to prevent any swinging. Okay, we wanna keep a very steady and focused, isolated delt movement, right? No swinging, so no ultra heavy weights in there. And then for the shoulder press, for the bench placement, you guys know, if you guys are not beginners or you guys are familiar with the channel, you know the bench placement. But if you are new to the channel, we're not gonna shoulder press at a 90-degree angle like that. No. You know why? Because when you shoulder press at a 90-degree angle, we end up with chicken wing arms. Out here, T chicken wings. No, you gotta come in like a Y, like this. YMCA. I'm a huge fan of YMCA. No arms out here, arms a little bit tucked inwards. And then you're gonna have the dumbbells down here and then press up like a Y. Not like a Y like this, when you press up, obviously coming in inwards, but it's just kind of that Y pressing position, not the T position. To prevent that, we're gonna put the bench at a slight angle like that, even more if you need to. And no, this is not, I hear all the trolls on the internet all the time that are like, that's basically a chest press. This is not a chest press. If you think angling the bench to prevent rotator cuff injury is chest press, you need to get checked. Okay, anyways, let's do this. Form tip specifically for shoulder press. So not only are we gonna take those chicken wing arms inwards to make that Y position, I need to reiterate the importance of driving through your heels and really planting your feet firmly on the ground when you're doing a shoulder press or a chest press or anything like that. You don't even realize how much you actually need that kind of, it's not necessarily a leg drive. You're not squatting it up, you know what I mean? But when I say that kind of drive through your heels, it is important not only on leg day, but it's important on upper body day because it does give you that extra drive. If you really plant and push your heels into the ground on those last few reps, especially when things get really heavy for you or really tough or you're fatigued to the max, planting your feet firmly on the ground help you not only stabilize throughout the whole exercise so you don't feel like your legs are just loosey-goosey and everything's loosey-goosey, but it helps you stabilize more as well as kind of giving you that extra oomph on those last few reps, those last few shoulder presses, those last few chest presses, those last few everything, right? Having your feet firmly planted just helps you stabilize all around and gives you that extra drive. So make sure your feet are planted firmly on the ground. If it's too tall of a bench, maybe add a little platform underneath or plates to help you level out your feet and so that you're stable. It helps you lock your glutes into the bench. It helps you lock your rear delts into the bench and everything is just more stable, controlled, and extra power overall. And for lateral raises, you guys know the drill. No ultra swinging, no ego lifting on lateral raises. Ego lifting goes out the window. If you want juicy delts, if you want that delt, ego lifting has to exit the building, has to go. Because nothing killed my delt gains more than when I was an ultra beginner and I was I'm just gonna fucking lateral raise 45 pounds and my form looked like this. Yeah, no, not a roller coaster. It's an isolated, very honed in exercise to really focus on growing and capping those delts. You need to really tighten your core, keep your core completely braced. You guys know when I say for last reps and last sets of everything, sometimes it's just you're pushing till failure. So some swinging will come at the very end when you're super exhausted. But at the start, it should be stable throughout your sets and reps. All sets and reps should pretty much be stable on an isolated movement, especially, okay? Because you don't wanna be engaging your traps because when you start to swing, you're engaging everything else but your delts. You're engaging your traps, your core starts to become all over the place. Everything else is working now to get the dumbbells up versus when when you just focus on a smaller weight, focus on your form, you're able to just isolate the delts. So that smaller weight goes a much more of a long way in comparison to you just like grabbing the big weights and just like messy form all over the place. Second exercise is going to be a back attack. We're gonna do 4 sets of bent over supinated dumbbell rows. So supinated meaning scooping a bowl of soup. Imagine that, because when you scoop a bowl of soup, you'd go underneath like this. You'd scoop it upwards and your palms would be facing towards the ceiling. So I'm scooping it, right? I'm scooping the dumbbell. Same with the barbell. If you're doing a supinated barbell row, so scooping a bowl of soup, just imagine that. And then you're like, okay, like that means my palms have to face upwards towards the ceiling. Pronated grip would be the opposite way, when you're holding the barbell or the dumbbells in an overhand position and you're just solely targeting your back. Supinated, why I'm throwing this in today, is it's a great movement. They're both great, but why I'm throwing it in the overall upper body workout we're doing today is because you're targeting more of your biceps in the movement. So you're kind of getting the best of both worlds. Because it's a full upper body, you get to hit your back, but then your biceps are being engaged in the movement because it's an underhand grip movement. So getting that extra engagement in your biceps, you get the best of both worlds. You get to hit your back and then you also get to engage your biceps, making it the perfect overall well-rounded pull movement to add on a full upper body day. You know what I mean? Biceps and back being hit, 2 birds, 1 stone. All right, let's go, guys. Sets and reps, 4 sets of 10. Form tip for bent over supinated dumbbell rows. What a mouthful to say. Keeping your core super tight. Again, guys, core tight braces your spine, prevents like arching, curving, overall just spinal problems, okay? We want to avoid that. So always keeping your core tight in that constant RDL position, so more exaggerated bend at the knee. And then when you're coming upwards, you're kind of coming in that escalator motion, aiming for the dumbbells to hit around like hip belly button area, okay? So not chest area, you're not upright rowing like this and engaging your traps. We're gonna come down here and then come aim it towards our belly area, belly kind of upper hips area, okay? So we're kind of doing that escalator rowing motion, not chicken wing motion. Why am I doing that? Okay, anyways, let's go. Second last exercise is going to be another superset. Do you love how I'm sandwiching single exercises and supersets? I know. Chef's kiss, this upper body workout. It's amazing. 4 sets of dumbbell chest press for 10 reps, right into 10 reps of dumbbell skull crushers. So again, 2 birds, 1 stone. Actually, you're literally hitting your triceps when you do a chest press anyways, or a push-up. Your triceps are engaged, so it's just a tricep cookout. We are cooking out our triceps. 10 reps of dumbbell chest press. Again, when we do the chest press, my biggest form tip for that, guys, is avoiding the chicken wing arms and driving through your heels. So no loose feet, no feet out here unless you want to be a show off and just show that you have like the complete most insane upper body strength ever without, you know, using any leg drive. But realistically, we all have to plant those feet firmly on the ground, keep them stable. Glutes driving through your heels to help your glutes drive through those glutes to get that weight up, okay? So squeezing your glutes. Like in this movement, you want your glutes to be squeezed as if you're almost doing like a hip thrust. You know what I mean? So drive through your heels, especially when the weight gets really heavy, you get heavier in weight, or you're just like on those last few reps and you're fatigued. Drive through those heels, squeeze those glutes and push up, okay? But keep the glutes firmly on the bench. You can have this arch in your back. The arch in your back is proper and correct form for a bench press. So whoever's telling you not to arch, they need to get out. Okay, so arch back, glutes planted firmly in the bench, rear delts planted firmly in the bench, and then drive up. Again, no chicken wings, so no, this is how we're gonna absolutely destroy and massacre our rotator cuffs, okay? Also like cause tendonitis. I literally have tendonitis in my shoulders. I was a swimmer, so I know how that, when that flares up, it's brutal. So to avoid that, let's take those chicken wing arms and come inwards in that more Y position. And then that more tucked in elbow position is gonna help with not only range of motion, just overall proper form, preventing rotator cuff injury, tendonitis, all that stuff. Alrighty, and then for skull crushers, when we come back, literally in the name, you're gonna, those ends of those dumbbells are gonna come inwards just to the sides of your skull, and then you're you're going to tricep kick it upwards. So no like swinging like this, okay? Your triceps are doing that work, okay? You see that squeeze there? Your triceps are doing that work to come. So the only hinge movement, this is really funny that I'm explaining this while I'm like laying down. The only hinge movement in this to target your triceps and isolate your triceps is the hinge in your elbow. Nothing else should be like flinging around. So that hinge in your elbow, look, that's literally the only thing moving. It's moving my forearm back here to get that full stretch here in the tricep, and then hinging all the way up. Last exercise of today is going to be 3 sets of dumbbell bicep 21s. You're probably like, what does that mean? What is that? What do you mean dumbbell bicep 21s? Well, the ultimate bicep pump ever, dumbbell bicep 21. 7 reps on the downward part of the range of motion, 7 reps on the upwards part of the range of motion. Okay, and then 7 reps, full range of motion. If your biceps are not cooked after dumbbell bicep 21s, that's crazy. It's so good, and it's nothing heavy either. Again, ego lifting out the door, because the point of this is it's high volume, number 1. Number 2, it's an isolated movement to your biceps, so we don't want to use any swinging or anything else to get that motion up, right? Number 3, you want to be able to complete the reps. And so that ties in with like my first point, that it's high volume, right? So that you want to finish the 21 reps. You want to finish the 7 on the half, on the downward half. You want to finish the 7 on the upward half, and you want to finish the full 7. It being difficult, but you being able to finish it. You know what I mean? So not it being difficult and then you like barely like not, or maybe not even finishing the reps. You need to finish the reps, right? So that's the point of it. So if that means you need to go to a humblingly light weight, then you need to go to a humblingly lightweight. Humblingly. Let's go, guys. Me with my 5-pounder dumbbells. This is not 2.5 pounds. This is 5 pounds, by the way. I didn't have to go that humble. Elbows tucked to the sides of you as if they're glued to the sides of you. Okay, next half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, full range. 1, 2, focus on your breathing. 3, 4, 5, 6, 21. Yeah, you guys get the gist. So keeping your elbows as locked into your sides as possible, keeping your core tight to prevent any swinging, no trap engagement, everything super isolated to your biceps, curling them at a kind of outwards position, especially if you maybe have a longer insertion like I do and struggle to get that peak, or you just like, honestly, just better mind muscle connection overall, just kind of like curling it like outwards towards like your outer part of your shoulder instead of your inner part of your shoulder. So instead of curling it like this way, I kind of curl it a little bit this way, like a little bit to this angle. That's why I kind of curl like that instead of like that. I never really curl like that. I target it this way. It's just better stretch for me overall, that kind of angled motion, and then better mind muscle connection, and helps me get that peak better for someone that struggles with getting like a peak in their biceps. All right, guys, that concludes today's ultimate upper body dumbbell only workout for all fitness levels, my beginners, my intermediate, my advanced. Like I said, all you need is a pair of dumbbells, just a small space in the gym. Like, look, you guys saw throughout that whole workout, I was just using that one bench in that one little corner of the gym. So it's great not only if you are short on time and need minimal equipment, but it's also great if you're just shy or maybe new to the gym and don't want to be like exploring the whole grounds of the gym or like trying a bunch of different things. It's kind of keeping you to that one space in like those 1, maybe 2 sets of dumbbells tops. So let me know if you give it a try. Make sure to share this workout with a friend if you think they would love it. I think they'll love it. And let me know in the comments if you guys want to see more dumbbell only or like quick upper body, lower body, full body type workouts like this. And I can't wait to see you guys in the next one.